There are those special nights when we feel like the universe is whispering something in our ears. The night of March 14th was such a night where the sky was not only brilliant with the full moon, but also a magical combination of a lunar eclipse and a blood moon. 3 rare phenomena appearing at the same moment. Maybe you just passed by it as a beautiful sight, but deep inside, something different touched you. A strange feeling, like a fire kindling in your heart, makes you toss and turn. Thoughts and emotions swirl for no apparent reason. That's not a coincidence. Everything started from that very night. We often follow the hustle and bustle of life, looking for instant joys, dopamine shots, surfing the internet, shopping, watching a funny video, waiting for someone to text us. But then, while everything seemed to be going normally, a force very deep inside arose. It doesn't come from outside, but from within you. A new energy, a call inviting you to enter a new phase of life. And the great thing is, if you're hearing these words, you're probably already feeling it. You may find yourself more sensitive. An old song suddenly makes you cry. A strange dream makes you think all day, or you keep finding yourself repeating a certain sentence in your head, as if it carries a message that you haven't yet understood. All of that is not accidental. That's how energy is knocking on the door of your soul. Maybe you're feeling a little insecure, not sure what's going on, why everything around you, or inside, seems to be changing so quickly. And that's natural, because this is not a quick event. This is a turning point. A big door opened on that blood moon night, and now it's time for you to decide. Step through or turn your back. No need to understand it all right now. You just need to listen to yourself a little more. Take it easy, no need to strain. Maybe one morning you find yourself wanting to write a few entries in your journal. Maybe you feel like clearing the corner of your desk or saying something you've been keeping in mind for a long time. These are all signs you are starting to transform. And most importantly, you are not alone. Many people out there just like you are feeling this new wave of energy. They may not be able to name it, but they know that something big is coming. And when you start to listen to that, when you are willing to change even just a little bit, then you have begun your journey of transformation. The universe will never push you into something you are not ready for. You may not see clearly where you are going, but believe that the moment you listen to yourself is when the path begins to appear. There are times in life when we feel like everything around us is still the same, but inside us, something is moving, like a silent flow, not noisy, but powerful. If you have just experienced a strange dream, suddenly have unusual ups and downs of emotions, or often encounter a number or a word repeated over and over again, don't rush to think that you are too sensitive. In fact, you are changing, and that is the first sign that the energy of the universe is touching you. Our body and mind are always extremely sensitive radars to external fluctuations. After the blood moon night, a special night, like a portal opening to a new dimension, you may feel more tired than usual, have a slight headache, have trouble sleeping, or even find yourself restless for no apparent reason. That's not scary. On the contrary, it is a sign that you are being cleaned from the inside. Old emotional dust, negative thoughts, forgotten memories, all are being brought to the surface for you to see more clearly, for you to heal. Often we tend to resist unpleasant feelings, but think of it this way. When you clean your house, you have to lay out everything, even the items you thought were forgotten in the corner of your closet. The cleaning process is always messy before it becomes neat, right? The same goes for your body and mind. And the great thing is, once you get over those feelings, a profound relief comes, as if you've just let go of a heavy backpack that's been hanging on your shoulders for years. If you find yourself easily angry, or eat aimlessly, or suddenly feel like crying without understanding why, just allow yourself to feel it. Instead of suppressing, listen to your body. Drink lots of water to purify. Walk in the sunshine or barefoot on the grass. Write in a journal or confide in someone you trust. Sometimes just an evening of sitting still, closing your eyes and breathing deeply is enough to calm your mind. And don't forget, you're not the only one going through this. There are many people out there who are feeling the same transformations as you, but only those who dare to look inside, dare to face and let go, are the ones who truly step up to a higher version of themselves. You are on that journey of awakening, and it starts with the smallest movements inside your heart. You know, there are moments in life when we stand at a crossroads. Not a crossroads in real life, but deep in our minds, in our hearts. And today is one of those moments. After the night of the blood moon, after the sky opens a powerful energy gate, you are being invited to choose, move forward, or continue to hold on to old things that are no longer suitable. Maybe you recently found yourself in an unstable mood, easily emotional, easily angry, or suddenly remembering things from a long time ago. It's not a coincidence. New energy is stirring up every layer of emotion inside you, like a reminder. Are you ready to change? But change is never easy. Our brains love familiarity. It releases dopamine every time you scroll through social media, rewatch an old movie, or follow your usual routine. These things make you feel comfortable and safe. But sometimes that comfort is the cocoon that keeps you in your safe zone, preventing you from flying further. Think about it. Is there something you've been putting off for so long? An important decision, an unspoken apology, or simply starting to take better care of yourself? Now is the time for you to do it. Not because of anyone else, but because you are being given a push by the universe, a precious opportunity to enter a new chapter. And if you don't take advantage of it, you may find yourself falling back into old cycles, feeling tired and confused without understanding why. You don't need to do anything too big. All it takes is a small act. Write down what you're feeling. Text someone you've been thinking about, or simply look in the mirror and say to yourself, I choose to move forward. Those actions seem simple, but they are a powerful signal to your subconscious and the universe that you are ready to change. Today, ask yourself, if I don't start now, then when? Don't wait until everything is perfect, because there will never be a perfect time. There is only a moment when you choose to act, and that moment is now. You don't need to know all the answers. Just take one small, courageous step, and then everything else will start moving in ways you never expected. Believe me, you are stronger than you think, and you deserve a brighter, happier, more fulfilled version of yourself. Surely you still feel the echo from the night of the blood moon. Something very deep inside you is urging, as if there is a calling that you do not yet understand. It's not a fantasy, and you're not alone. A lot of people are feeling the same way. They just don't know where to start. So take a deep breath and gently step into this transformation phase with yourself, little by little, gently and lovingly with yourself. First of all, choose for yourself one word, just one word to accompany you over the next 6 months. It could be peace, freedom, fullness, or courage. Don't think too much. Just close your eyes. Feel one word appear clearly in your mind. This is it. Write that word on paper, stick it on the wall, write it down on your phone, and put it in a place where you will see it every day. Why is it so important? Because your brain, especially the area that processes rewards and motivation, reacts strongly to what you repeat every day. It's like a mental dopamine hit every time you see that word. It will be the guideline for all your choices, actions, and thoughts. Next, give yourself a quiet space. It could be a small corner where you often sit in the evening, or simply your bed when all the lights are turned off. Pick up pen and paper and write. Feel free. Write about the things you want to let go. Maybe an old relationship, a habit that makes you tired, a self-limiting thought that you keep repeating. Write it all down. No need to be right or wrong. No need to be beautiful. Then, write about what you want to welcome. a new beginning, an opportunity, a different version of yourself that you've always dreamed of. And if you feel ready, read those words out loud in your own voice. When you speak it up, you are sending a clear message to your subconscious mind and to the universe. Sound something that seems invisible is a strong bridge between intention and reality. If you're feeling confused, lacking energy, or your mind is spinning, it's simple. Drink a full glass of water, go outside, and let your feet touch the ground. Really touch the ground. Walking barefoot, even for just a few minutes, will help calm your nervous system. Your body connects with natural energy, and you will feel more clearly what emotions are real and what are just temporary reactions. If it's dark or there's no place to walk barefoot, stand next to a potted plant, touch the leaves, or simply open the window and breathe deeply. This connection helps you reset your emotions, and your body will thank you for it. If you find yourself falling into a negative emotional zone like sadness, boredom, or frustration, without understanding why, try changing your headspace. Clean up your work corner, burn some incense, and play soothing music. Small changes like this trigger the brain to release dopamine, helping you feel more motivated and comfortable without having to do anything big. And don't forget, you don't always need to do it right. Be gentle with yourself. Maybe you can only write a few lines today. That's okay. Maybe you just sit still for a bit and then get distracted again. That's completely normal. What matters is that you are coming back to yourself, step by step, and that is more valuable than any result. Remember, this is not a challenge for you to be perfect. This is an invitation for you to live more truly, more clearly, and more freely. The new energy does not require you to become someone else. It just wants you to return to yourself, a true, complete, and potential version. And I believe, if you are reading these lines, it is because you are ready. Ready to enter a new cycle with an open heart and eyes forward. Imagine you have just woken up from a strange sleep. The dream is vague, but it leaves a very clear feeling, as if something is waiting for you ahead. The body may feel a bit heavy and the mind a bit confused, but deep inside, there is a very quiet voice calling, "Today is the time to start again." And that's right. The energy of the blood moon is still going strong, and this is the perfect time for you to perform some gentle yet profound rituals that will help you reconnect with yourself and enter a new journey more pure, clear, and whole. Start with the simplest thing. Choose a word for yourself, just one word, but with so much meaning. It could be peace, freedom, courage, or change, whatever you feel you really need during this period. Once you make your choice, write it down on paper. Stick it somewhere you can easily see it every day, like the bathroom mirror or bedside table. Every morning, when your eyes touch that word, remind yourself, "This is my direction." Next, spend a few minutes quietly. Turn off your phone and step away from all distracting sounds. You can sit in a warm corner of the room or go out on the porch if the weather permits. Take a piece of paper and write down all the things you want to let go. Maybe it's an old relationship that still holds in your heart, a fear that lingers every time you're about to step out of your comfort zone, or simply a habit of being self-conscious when looking in the mirror. Write it all down. It doesn't have to be pretty. It doesn't have to be concise. Just be sincere. When you're done writing, read it again, and then you can choose to burn that paper, a symbolic way of letting go. Looking at the small fire burning, it seems like it is bringing all those burdens back to the universe. You'll feel lighter, not immediately, but enough that you'll start to feel the difference. Another very effective way to purify your energy is to cleanse your spiritual items. If you have crystals, tarot cards, or simply a bracelet you love, place them under the moonlight tonight, or if it's cloudy, you can place them near a window all night. The energy of the moon will help regenerate the frequencies of these objects, making them seem renewed. The next morning, when you touch them, you will clearly feel the change. Gentle, fresh, just like you. One of the rituals that many people ignore, but is extremely effective, is moon bathing. It doesn't need anything fancy. Just stand still for a moment under the moonlight, breathe deeply, and imagine that the light is washing away all your fatigue. If you have a bathtub, mix warm water with a pinch of sea salt and a few drops of lavender or rose essential oil. Get in the tub, close your eyes, and imagine, I am washing away the old to receive the new. Don't forget an important part of this journey: forgiveness. Not just for others, but for yourself too. If there is something you keep tormenting and blaming yourself for, then this is the time to say, I understand, I forgive you. Write down the name of the person you want to forgive, or the situation you want to release from your heart. And then, as before, burn it, lightly, like the way you let go of an old sadness. These rituals are not meant to work magic or transform you into a perfect person overnight. It's about reminding yourself that you have the power to change, you have the power to heal, and you deserve a better version of yourself. Sometimes just a quiet night, a candle, and a promise to yourself is enough to start your whole life again. And you know what? Your body, your mind, is grateful that you took this time for yourself. You are planting the first seeds for a new journey, and it starts right this moment. You know, if you're still listening now, maybe your heart has realized this is not the end. This is the beginning of a new version of you, a lighter, clearer, and stronger you than ever before. Maybe you felt confused, asked questions. Why have things turned upside down recently? Why am I so tired and disoriented? Why do I dream so much? That's not a coincidence. It is a sign of a new door opening. And if you feel the urge to change, the desire to live more true to yourself, then believe me, you are on the right track. You don't have to do anything big right now. Sometimes just sit still, put your hand on your heart, and tell yourself, I am ready. That's enough. The important thing is that you start living consciously, from your words, thoughts, to daily actions. Pay attention to the smallest things, because they are creating a new version of you. And remember, you are not alone on this journey. There are thousands of people out there who are also feeling, also changing, also finding themselves. Every time you choose to live true to your heart, you not only help yourself, but also help the whole world become lighter. This is your time to start over. It doesn't need to be perfect, just genuine. And if you feel ready, whisper, I choose to enter a new chapter. I am not afraid of change. I am who I am, and that is enough.